Hello, welcome Oakman High School in Oakman, Alabama. For the first time in 8 games, Oakman Wildcats come up short in the ball game in Anniston at Sachs. So this is a season review video of Go Wildcats with head coach Ryan Hall. So this past Friday, your Wildcats go on the road to Sachs and fall short by a score of 36-22. Coach, tell us just kind of some high points about the competitiveness of the game.
Yeah, it wasn't the result that we wanted. Obviously, you get that far and put a lot into it, and you want to come out of there with a win. And felt like we had some chances there. We put ourselves in position to make the game, maybe the outcome a little different, and we just came up short. There's some lessons in there for us that hopefully we'll learn from and grow from, and a little thing here, a little thing there, and it can change the outcome. We came out and scored, and they answered, and then we scored. It made it 7-6. They didn't get the conversion, and then we scored again, and then they scored to make it 14-14. We had a 4th and short there that we didn't execute on, and looking back, that kind of was a big turning point because we could have carried it on down and possibly scored and went in ahead at the half, or ended the half there in a 14-14 game. So it's kind of deflating. They go down and score, and it's 22-14 at half. And I'm going to come out in the second half. We've got to get a stop there, and can't do it. And they stretch it to 30-14. But we did answer back. We had a couple of big plays, and then we threw the touchdown to Jai and got the 2-point conversion, made it 30-22, and closed the gap. But then we just couldn't hold on, and it was very disappointing, disheartening. You hate that for the seniors, last one, but I was proud of our year, and I told the kids that night, there's nothing I can say to, make it better, but I want you to look back on the positives, and this night's not going to define the season, and I'm really proud of 9-3, and hosting a playoff game here and winning a playoff game. So, we're proud of that, and hate it didn't turn out better, but again, we're proud of the season we had.
All right, so who are some of the players of the game, especially that stood out?
Yeah, on offense, Caden was phenomenal, and he scored 2 long touchdown runs, caught a long screen. I think he had over 110 yards rushing, and then he had about 50 or 60 yards receiving. And he just made a lot of plays. There were a lot of little small runs in there where he got a first down, and he just really proud of him and how he played. I felt like he was playing at a different level than everybody else on the field at times, and just outstanding. Defensively, Jai Henderson played another really fantastic football game. Played really hard. Made a lot of plays, and just proud of him. Hunter Davis had a great second half in that game. I thought he kind of, played with a different level, played with a different speed there in the second half. But those 2 guys on defense were really good, and we had some other guys that played well, but they just kind of stick out in my mind. Caden on offense was, made some big plays, and then on defense, Hunter and Jai were playing at a different level, different speed.
Okay, so let's just talk quickly about some things you'll remember about this season. You mentioned the high points, great record, and hosting the playoff game, winning that. What else stands out as the legacy of this season?
Yeah, I think just looking back, and you don't really do that during the season, but just kind of reflecting over the last several days. There's time we were 2-2 and coming off a Winfield game where I didn't feel like we played our best, and there were some things there that we had to clean up, and we had a tough practice on Monday, or a tough day on Monday, just kind of some tell the truth Mondays, kind of what we called it, where we just kind of were honest with each other, and I felt like there were a lot of things we improved on. And from that day forward, we won 8 straight games, and so it's something that I'll always look back and be proud of and remember. The Vinemont win was a big win. That kind of secured a second place in a home playoff game, and in a tough physical game where we had 25 offensive plays, they had 68. I don't think I've ever been in a game where it was that differential, and we still found a way to win. And then beating Cordova here, big rivalry game for our kids, and they were excited. That's something that, that feeling is, you can't, the highs are high in this and the lows are lows, and that was definitely a high. And then to win the first round playoff game here and have our home, our people here, and all those things will be positive memories. And then there's a lot of other things that don't have anything to do with those games. The boot camp we went through in the summer, the the taking the kids to the Great Wolf Lodge, just the, I tell the seniors this, just the meetings in here in the office or at my house or text conversations with them, just different things, them telling me something that's going on in their life that was positive, or, us talking about things. It's just all those things will look back on them, and they'll be positive memories for me, for us, so my family, and so 13 seniors that invested a lot in the program, and I'm upset because we're not together today practicing. I'd love to be out there and working on a normal weekly prep, but proud of them, and that's kind of what the message is didn't end how we want it, but I'm going to choose to look back on the positives and the fun times.
All right, that's great. Quick word kind of just about the last 4 remaining North teams here in the 3A bracket. You've got that dominant Northeast side of the state that's just known to dominating 3A, but then you also got this familiar foe in Winfield that's in there. So talk to us just quickly about what it means that they're in our region and up against those big names.
Yeah, traditionally Region 6, which is the one with Piedmont, Walter Welborn, Sachs, that group there, Ohatchee, that group there has kind of been the standard of 3A football in the North, I think, for several years. And then, of course, Fife moved in from 2A, and they've absolutely not missed a beat. But the Final Four there was Sachs and Fife. Those are 2 people that are traditional powers that are in it. And then you got Winfield and Piedmont. And Winfield, I think after the game that night, we as coaches in here, we kind of knew they were different, and had a chance to have an outstanding year. And for them to go undefeated and go up there, I think it bodes. It just says a lot about the region we play in, because I think sometimes we don't get as much credit. But I think there's a lot of parity and a lot of toughness in our region, a lot of teams that are well coached, and coaches and communities that care about football. And so it's exciting to see Winfield kind of get through there, and hopefully they'll keep it rolling. But it's going to be tough. All 4 of those teams are really good, and they're all different. You got Fife, who's going to come in there and play in a phone booth and hit you in the mouth over and over and over again. Then you got Sachs, who's going to run around with speed, and got some athletes there. And then Piedmont's just very sound in everything they do. And then Winfield's the same way. I always say this about Winfield: their kids play harder than anybody else that we play, and so they're always going to have a chance to win. So it'd be interesting to see.
All right, very good. Let's wrap things up a little bit and talking about the future, reclassification possibilities, and other sports we want to support. Just quickly, kind of wind down our video time together, at least for now, talking about some of those things in the future.
Well, the reclass will come out in December, so that's coming up, and so we'll find out what region we'll be in. I anticipate us to remain 3A, but crazier things have happened, so we'll see. But that will come out, and then we'll immediately begin to work on schedule for the 22-23 cycle, and that's kind of the next thing for us. And then rebuilding. We lose 13 seniors. We gotta start kind of back over from scratch, but we're excited. I mean, we got a lot of young guys that got a lot of opportunities to play this year, and there's some kids in that group that we feel really good about. So we're excited about that. And then of course we got basketball starting, so we want to come out and support our Wildcat basketball teams, and they as they kick off, and a lot of our football players will be involved in that. A lot of students, and so be a good time for you to come out and keep supporting Wildcats. We just need to grow. We just need to grow in support and positivity, and pull for these kids. That's the main thing. Is it's great when the kids can go out on a court or a field, and they know their community's behind them, and they're not up there pulling against them. So just want us to get a lot of people in those gyms and those baseball, softball fields, and all the other things that we do, not just athletics, but our band, everything we do here. We want people to support it and be positive and pull for these kids. That's the big thing, man. It's great. These kids are going to look back on these times as memories, and we want them to look back and remember, man, I was in a community where, the people supported us, and they were positive, and they pulled for us, and, they provided a great experience for us. So, that's what we want to do, and what we want our school and our programs to be about, and we're excited about that. It's been a great year on this TV show. It's something that we've I appreciate Randy Fielding and the work that he puts into it, and the work, Joey, that you do. You guys do a phenomenal job and make this thing go. And I hope there's a lot of people that got to see some inner workings of our program, and got to hear about things and hear about our kids, because that's the ultimate deal with this. Is we want to come on here and talk about kids and things that they've accomplished, and again, so they can look back for years to come and look at these videos, and hopefully one day show their kids, hey, look, back when I was in high school, this was a game. I hope that we get some of that out of this. So appreciate you guys and appreciate all of you that tuned in and supported this show. And we look forward to continuing to grow it. And hopefully next year we'll be able to bring some surprises and some new things to it.
All right, very good. Keep watching the channel for updates. Be sure you subscribe. Click the bell icon to get notifications. We'll release some videos hopefully from time to time into the future. And we look forward to continuing to catch up with you through this means. Coach, as we close?
Go Wildcats.